If you are furious about the ICE raids that are happening right now, keep scrolling. This video isn't for you. This video is for the people who are celebrating the ICE raids because we need to talk. Hi, I'm Delara. I'm undocumented. I have lived in the US since I was 5 years old, and I have a law degree from one of the best schools in the United States. And I want to start by giving you the benefit of the doubt. You want to feel safe. Maybe you were told a story about how undocumented immigrants are dangerous. Maybe you've heard a story about how they are stealing your resources. Maybe you heard a story about how ICE is the hero. But there's a couple of things I just want you to make sure that you know in case you didn't. The first thing that is really important for you to understand is that native-born Americans commit crimes at a higher rate than immigrants. This is not an opinion, it's not a take, it's just data. Even though it's well documented, you don't even have to be that smart to understand. When you commit a crime, you have way less to lose than I do. Because if you commit a crime, maybe you get fined, maybe you spend some time in jail. If an undocumented person commits a crime, they face deportation and being ripped away from their family. The stakes are completely different. So we are careful in a way that you don't have to be. In fact, communities with a higher immigrant population experience lower crime rates. Go figure. Okay, but you might also think that undocumented immigrants are draining the system. And again, you have been lied to, and I'll explain why in a second. But first, it's really important for you to know that undocumented immigrants pay billions of dollars in taxes every year, including Social Security, which we do not get access to. And on top of that, immigrants are 80% more likely to start a business than native-born Americans. And over $500 million US startups were founded by immigrants or their kids. So no, we're not draining the system, we're building it. So why are you being told these stories about how immigrants are a threat to your safety and your livelihood? That's a good question, and there's a good answer. And it's because fear is profitable. When you're afraid, you're easier to control. Because if you are busy blaming immigrants for your problems, you're not looking up at the people who actually make housing unaffordable. You're not asking, why does an ER visit cost more than my car? Why are billionaires paying less in taxes than my local school teacher? Why did my landlord raise my rent $400 to fix nothing? Because scapegoating immigrants is the oldest trick in the political playbook, and unfortunately, it still works. But it doesn't have to work on you. If you've made it this far, maybe you're not as heartless as people think you are. Maybe you're just waking up. Maybe you were misinformed. And maybe now you're starting to get it. By the way, solidarity would look really good on you. It's not too late to change your mind.